First, let's look at basic principles of hydraulic systems because these control everything that happens in hydraulic brake systems. Under normal pressures, liquid cannot be compressed. This heavy weight, for example, cannot press the liquid down beyond its original level. It is, however, putting force on the liquid. This force acts in all directions, putting pressure on the weight itself and on the walls and floor of the container. The pressure is the same at all points. Another thing about liquid is that it occupies the entire volume of the container, filling every space, no matter what its shape. This mock-up has a weight in each cylinder, and we'll call these pistons, like those you'd find in a hydraulic brake system. Let's watch what happens if we push down on one of the pistons, putting extra force on the liquid. The liquid is non-compressible, so its volume remains the same. The effect is to transfer the force to the second cylinder, where it acts on all surfaces, but only the piston is free to move, and so it rises. Now we can see another important principle of hydraulics. The area of each piston is the same, so the right-hand piston rises by as much as the left-hand piston is pushed down. That's because the pressure is the same on the face of both pistons. Let's see what happens if one piston is bigger than the other. The small piston puts a certain amount of force on the liquid. At the larger piston, this same force acts on each area that's the same size as the small piston. So the pressure on the face of the large piston is multiplied by that amount. This means the force applied by one piston can be multiplied many times just by enlarging the area of other pistons in the system. One other thing happens. The smaller piston has to travel farther to raise the larger piston by the same amount as before. The same things happen if, instead of one large piston, there are several whose total area is larger than that of the piston applying the force. Once again, the liquid can't be compressed, and its volume remains the same as force is applied, so the force is transferred to each piston in the system simultaneously. This is like the situation in a hydraulic brake system. The cylinder with the piston that applies the force as the lever is moved is like the master brake cylinder. The connecting pipes are like the brake lines. And the four cylinders with pistons are like the wheel cylinders,